All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 26 of our Hard Times Hog Farm Gameplay Series. As always, I am the Ultra Farmer, and it is our favorite time of the year. It is corn harvesting season, which I'm very excited to do. We have the most cornfields that we've ever had that are ready to harvest, so there's a ton of work that needs to be done today. Not only with the harvest, but with the field prep that comes with that. And I also want to buy a new field, a field that we're gonna prep, plow, and get ready for the winter. And next spring, we're gonna be planting that in corn as well. So, big episode today, lots to do. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just first here, kind of getting all the combines out and get set up for our major corn harvest, which again I'm very excited for. We've got a bunch of chores to do around the farm as well, but we'll kind of I first thing want to just kind of get a few of the AI workers on some of these fields, kind of get everything set up, and then we can kind of jump back over to the farm and start doing some chores and stuff as the harvest progresses a little bit further. So I'm thinking I've been kind of planning this out a little bit, or at least kind of trying to make somewhat of an efficient plan. But I think what I'm going to do is keep this combine kind of down on our kind of like our southern three fields, if that makes sense. Just because these corn headers don't fold up like my other ones do. So I kind of want to keep them down here. It's a little bit easier to kind of jump between these fields. I've got lots of room. And I think if I go up, yeah, I think if I sneak up to, actually I'm going to spin around here. I'm going to start on the, we'll just get this field going. This field will get cleared off pretty quick while I'm kind of doing everything else. So let's jump in that one. Perfect. I tabbed right over to the exact one that I wanted to jump into. But yeah, I want to go take this tractor way up to our kind of our farthest field up north. Take this combine rather, and to get it set up on our newest field, just because it's kind of the furthest away, and I'm going to kind of work backwards this way, if that makes sense. But it'll be a little bit easier, I think. Oh, I got to drop this rack down right here. Oh, did it go? There we go. Let's jump back in this unit. Yeah, I kind of want to take this guy up that way, because with these headers I'll be able to kind of fold them up, and it'll be just a little bit easier to drive around and kind of sneak through some of these kind of tighter areas. Maybe if someone wouldn't have parked the trailer right there. Don't know who that was, but we snaked on through. But yeah, that's my plan. We'll take this one up there and kind of head to that new field. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. I built this new road in through here, and then I kind of cleared another section to cut through the trees, and I might be able to get to kind of our east field, if you will. I don't know, I'm just kind of looking. I cut some trees here. I didn't know there's like a break in the fence. Yeah, it looks like we would just fit through there. So we could kind of get to this field right through that break in the fence if we had to. But I might end up finishing those other fields kind of, faster than doing this field up here. And so I might just have our, the first combine that I got set up going on that field. I'm not too sure how it'll all kind of go down. But the pea field, you can kind of see it through the trees there that the neighbors had. They've let that go to wither, so it doesn't really matter kind of when we get that field now. I think I'll just end up putting it. Let's open these headers up. I think I'll just get it sooner rather than later, so that we can kind of prep everything as we're prepping these fields. I might do 2 headlands around this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, let's get this guy going. We'll get a work going on that, and we'll just kind of jump over. I'm going to park some of this equipment that we're not going to be using right away, just so when I'm tabbing through, it doesn't jump into everything. I want to use... actually, it doesn't matter. We can use this tractor. We can use this tractor to pull around the grain cart a little bit, and then we got to do our normal chores around the farm. Actually, I'm going to use this tractor to do some fertilizing. We got to fertilize our wheat fields that we planted. They're only 50% fertilized, so I'm going to go through and get a worker set up doing that as well. Just so that's kind of happening in the background, mainly so I don't forget. because I will forget. And then we'll be low on yield. I gotta get some fertilizer in this unit. There's a bit of a bump there. We should probably figure out. But that is gonna be the main kind of brunt of everything today. Like there's gonna be a lot of kind of field prep and work to do afterwards. I don't know. I might have to lime that new field that we get. I don't know exactly. I probably just will so that it's done and it's good to go. But I don't know. I didn't see when I went and checked on that field. It definitely said that it needs plowing, but it didn't. The little trigger for the lime didn't come up. So, but I think I might just do it anyways, just because you know it's just a little bit better when if we're doing field prep. We might as well kind of do all the field prep that we can and get ourselves a good yield. We still got pig food in the barn, which is great. It's perfect because we're out of corn, and you know we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to make pig food as soon as we can, but we have enough to get us through into November, which is great. That's really great. I think maybe I might even. No, we'll keep. I don't think I can park it while it's kind of in motion. Now, what I want to do is get the plow set up on this tractor and at least head up to that other farm. I definitely want to be jumping back and forth between the combines, and I want to get in the combines and do a little bit of harvesting ourselves this episode. So I think maybe what I'll do, I might just pull this plow up to that new field. I kind of want to go plow that field ourselves as well. So I'll see. I'll bring this tractor up there, at least with the plows, so that everything's kind of where it needs to be. And we'll just kind of play it as we go. If I end up wanting to go to plow that field ourselves, we will. If I kind of get behind on this stuff and I just want to set a worker to it, then it's pretty easy to run over with a tractor and kind of get set up doing that. Pigs are doing good. They're eating like crazy. Look at that strip of weeds in that field right there that didn't get taken care of. See that? It's just a strip of weeds. Okay, that's something we'll put on the list of things to do. Yeah, I think I'll just leave, because I haven't obviously bought this field just yet, but I just kind of want to be prepped up here. So let's just leave that tractor running. Oh yeah, this one is almost done. Nice. Now, we're not going to have to worry about chasing around these combines too much with the grain cart because they do hold such a large capacity, which is awesome. Oh man, I just love harvesting corn. It's got to be the most satisfying thing. But yeah, we won't have to chase them around too much with the grain cart. It'll be pretty easy, but I still want to... I don't want to get behind on anything. I guess what we could do too... Let's go check. This tractor should be full of the slurry. Yeah, let's go dump this in the production facility so that little chore is done. Might as well. I'll check on pig food. I can't remember exactly how much they had in there. Another thing I want to do, I got to keep doing, is dumping straw into the barn. So just let's go see how much straw is left in the barn while we let that drop. Yeah, that thing holds 250,000 liters. Okay, so we could jump roughly another 50,000 liters in there. Let's go to... Oh, look at this. Good thing we came over here. Let's drop this down. Okay, let's just drop this back. See if we can set a worker and they'll just keep going here. Can they do it, ladies and gentlemen? Can they do it? I seen in the patch notes that they fixed some stuff with AI workers, but well, you know, they looks good. Good work. Okay, let's keep going. I want to check this tractor. Because this one, let's drop this trailer right here, and I'm going to go hook onto that forage wagon, and we'll jump. We just got to keep trying to unload all the straw that we can out of this forage wagon, because it's got way too much in there. Let's see if I can It's kind of tight quarters in there, not gonna lie. I might have to park this trailer kind of on the other side there. Yeah, I think that might be a little bit best. I think so. That's the only thing I kind of don't like with this tractor. Like, this tractor is awesome, but backing stuff up, I like being able to see my front tires and see how much they're turned, so I can kind of gauge how much my trailer is gonna snake around. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Geez, there's still like 300,000. There's still 350,000 liters in that. in that. In that Ford wagon. That's funny. We've got so much straw we don't even know what to do with. I thought the pigs would kind of work through it a little bit quicker just because there's so many. Like, there's 2,500 pigs, or almost 2,500. I thought, like, for sure they would work through that. They would work through that straw pretty quick, right? They'd be making some manure for us because all they do is eat. So you'd think it'd be coming out the other end just as fast. Yeah, I don't like backing up with this tractor. I can't see my tires. It's like it's just a guessing game, and then just snakes too weird. We'll leave that trailer right there. I'll end up coming through with something. That trailer will be in the way, and I'll hook onto it, and off I'll go. Let's go check our first combine, because they got to be getting very close to finishing this field, if not finished. That is a finished field right there, ladies and gentlemen. And then I want to go through and fertilize. I want to go through and get everything fertilized as well. I'm just gonna, yeah, let's just get this jumped out. Why not? Okay, so we got 19,000 liters. That's usually about what we get off this field. Usually. Nice. We parked that trailer almost in a perfect spot. Almost in a perfect spot. While that's dumping, or no, it doesn't take that long. That's another thing with these kind of modded combines, when we get to this point that we can kind of use these modded ones, is they dump the grain out of it into the trailers so fast. It's awesome. I can't tell you how much I like that. Very, very quickly it dumps it all in there, which is great. Also, kind of while we're chatting right here and doing some stuff, the new Discord is up. Or just the Discord rather. I made one for the Ultra Farmer community. It's still brand new, but I've got links in a bunch of pinned comments of the last few videos, so if you're cruising on the page, there'll be a link in the description of this video. So yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, that would be a lot of fun. I don't really know. Again, it's brand new, so there's not a ton of content in there just yet. I've slowly been going through kind of adding stuff, and there's a few people in there now. We have our first 10 members. Well, actually there's 8, because one's a bot and then one's me, who's basically another bot. So so there's actually 8 members right now, so you can be a part of the original 10 if you act quick, depending when you watch this. I've been kind of trying to plan out some different stuff for the Discord. So the Discord's going to be kind of the best way, since like YouTube doesn't really have, I know there's like the community tab page where I can like post some things, but I know not like everybody checks that and stuff, and it's just not as good. It's not like a social media post. And like, I don't have an Instagram or anything for the Ultra Farmer. I honestly deleted Instagram off my phone. It's just too much of a time sink, that app. That's just me personally. Like, I just can't. Yeah, I don't know. I need a break from that. So I think that Discord will be kind of the best way that I can. Like, I was thinking about doing some maybe monthly, AMA things where I could put stuff in the Discord. You guys can ask me a bunch of questions, and then I'll like jump in, even in a voice channel or something, and maybe answer those questions. I don't know exactly, but there could be a lot of ways to kind of connect with you guys a little bit more. I've got a section on there of tutorial videos, like, so if you want specific tutorial videos made, or you just don't understand certain things about the game, you can go in and like submit requests in the Discord, and I'll be checking it quite a bit. And if there's like if there's certain things, either maybe I have made a video on it and I can direct you to it, or if there's stuff that's not clear, I can always make tutorial videos on whatever you guys need. If you want stuff on different mods that I use, I have a section in there for my mod recommendations, where you can go and check. And like I said, I've been adding to it slowly of just the list of mods that I use on just about all my gameplay saves. So if you want to check those out, again, it'll just be kind of a good way for me to kind of connect with you guys a little bit more, is my hope at least. So, long story long, if you want to join the Discord, the link is in the description. I hope to have you in there. Make sure, go in the general chat, you know, go say hi, all that stuff. And, yeah, comb through it. Comb through it. I think it'll turn out to be kind of a fun little community in there, which is good. I have been toying with the idea of starting to stream, but I just don't know when I would fit it in, to be honest. Usually I'm up, like, it's early right now in the morning when I'm doing my recordings, so I wouldn't be able to stream early in the morning and do recordings. I don't know. Maybe in the future, but um, another thing with the Discord too is I'll be posting stuff when like new gameplay series is going to be coming out, kind of different things with tutorials, a little bit of like behind the scenes stuff. So if you're interested in kind of seeing stuff sooner rather than later, that will be a good place to find it. Yeah, that's my speech. That's my sales pitch for the Discord. So let me know what you guys think, right? All right, let's go check on some other people now that we're done. Okay, so we have rules with corn harvest that there's no stalks left behind. So we'll go get those out. Well, we'll get those for sure. This AI worker wasn't orientated properly. That's my fault. I gotta take the L on that one. But yes, no stalk left behind. I wish this fog would clear a little bit so we could see better. Zoom right out. We are gonna have more corn than we know what to do with, which is awesome. Which is awesome. Because did we make it a full year without buying pig food? Oh my god, we might have. No, we didn't. No, we had to buy wheat. Yeah, we will though. We will make it a full year. Because last year we didn't. It was the first. We bought that big wheat field, the second one, but we hadn't harvested it before. So we're gonna. This will be our best year yet. This one, like after this harvest, and then when the spring pops through, that'll be like our best year because it'll be the most of all the grains, and we can't even get any more pigs in the barn. So roughly between 150, 120 and 150,000 liters of food they go through. Sometimes it's hard for me to calculate because if I go, so it's like 8:30 in the morning right now. If I was to sleep through the next month, that's like a full 24-hour day, right? Because um, I usually always wake up at that 8:30 time in the game. But if I say we're doing a bunch of field work and stuff like that and the time rolls through and then like I sleep, if I'm not paying attention, like sleeping from noon till 8 a.m. the next day, like they've already eaten a bunch of pigs. So like like when I check the barn, it'll say like, oh, they ate 130,000 liters. Well, technically they did from that time till 8 a.m., but overall through the day they probably did eat an extra 20,000 that I just didn't notice because we were doing chores. I think we should probably run up there with this trailer and get ready to get some corn dumped out of that combine because I don't think they'll make it the whole field without at least getting to offload into a trailer once. So we'll head up there and then we're gonna tab over into the fertilizing unit and we'll get the other field because this field's probably done. The worker's probably just sitting there chilling out. Yeah, look at all that weeds right there. Good lord. Good lord. There's probably more on this field that we gotta go check too. Sometimes in this back corner up there, it gets a little weird. Endless chores, team. That's what we've got here today. But that's alright. Corn harvesting's the best time of the year. For me, anyways. I love it so much. What's your guys' favorite thing to harvest in this game? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys like to do the most? Do you like baling? I used to love baling. That was my favorite thing to do. But let me know. Let me know. Sometimes it's fun clearing off a big cotton field, getting those big round cotton bales in there. Or one of the nicest fields is sunflowers right before they're ready to be harvested. That's a nice field. But yeah, the corn. That's got to be my most satisfying one to to harvest. Alright, are they working on the... Oh. What's this worker doing? What is this worker doing? Okay, there. I think we got it set now. We just gotta back up and kind of... This worker's leaving stalks behind everywhere. We're gonna have to go through this field and really make sure it's cleaned off. Alright, let's get some corn dropped out of this combine, and then we'll go get onto that that fertilizing tractor and get set on some of these other fields. Jeez. Gotta zoom out a little bit here. Okay, there we go. That should be pretty much cleared out. I'm gonna pull this tractor up and out of the way. Just for right now. We'll tab back over to come grab it in a second. Yeah, this is what I knew would be just sitting around. So let's go get this. I don't know if I've got enough in here to finish that other field. I think I'm just gonna run back and fill this unit up real quick. I think so. Because I don't want to run out and then we'll be over there. Well, no. Yeah, 57%. It would be close. I don't know if it would make it. We'll just go fill it up real quick for the time it'll take. Jeez, this fog is intense. And this is what we'll do. We'll fill this fertilizing unit up. Fill her up. And then we'll go park that forage wagon on our way back. That's what we'll do. So we'll drop this off real quick. We'll hook onto this forage wagon and then we'll head over and get it parked in there. Let's drop that right there. I knew this would happen. We'd be cruising by with the tractor. There we go. I say like, oh yeah, I want to see my tires, and then I just struggle to do it even more. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's hook on back onto this spreader, and we'll go get a worker set up on our big north wheat field. And then we got to deal with the weeds a little bit too on that canola field. Jeez, can I back up to this? There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we got to get hooked on one of the hoeing units and go deal with the weeds on the canola field. Which I don't know how that happened, to be honest, but... Jeez, this fertilizer spreader is even kind of heavy for this tractor a little bit. I guess I could put a front weight on. That probably would help. Yeah, maybe I will get a front weight for this tractor, just because we don't ever put any... Do we have anything on the farm that actually needs the front PTO? I can't think of anything right now. Usually the only thing you need on the front PTO is like a mower or something. Look at all those weeds right there. Telling you. We're gonna have to get some new AI workers. We're gonna have to go deal with those weeds ASAP. We'll pull this tractor around, park this slurry tanker, and we'll get hooked on one of the hoeing units and go deal with some of those weeds. It's getting ridiculous around here. Pigs are snoozing. It's still early morning for them. They're not usually out of their wrapper by about 10:30, so... Alright, let's get hooked on one of these units. For having two of these, you'd think there'd be no weeds on any of the fields. Alright. Alright, let's head up and go see if we can get some of this dealt with. And then we'll go tab around and we'll go check. Our probably one combine's probably getting close to finishing up. Maybe let's just go tab around real quick and just make sure. I'll let this unfold. Let's go see how everyone's doing. This truck's waiting there. Yeah, this one is almost done. I don't know if we'll need the trailer up here again. Maybe we'll just start cruising back with this before we get started on weeds. And I can let this combine go, and we'll get that other combine offloaded before we get started on kind of that final cornfield. Geez, with two combines, it just corn harvest goes too quick. That's why we got to get another field so that the harvest lasts a little bit longer. All year, you know, we plant in the spring and then we wait, you know, taking care of the fields, fertilizing it, making sure they're good to go, trying to get the weeds off of it. All just for a couple minutes and then it's all done. Alright, let's pull this out of the way. At least deal with this strip. We'll spin around here. Give her the old spinorama. Yeah, geez, I didn't even do this field either. Like, I set the AA workers 100% to do this. Maybe something happened because I was doing the weeds. I'm not too sure. I'm just gonna let that sit there for right now. Let's take let's get this trailer back over to that other field so we can get the corn dumped out of that combine. And then we'll deal with those weeds quick, and I think what we'll do we'll go do the final corn harvest together is what I'm thinking we should do. Yeah, a lot of fog here. But you never know when the weather's going to change. You got to start harvesting when you can harvest. So before we know it, every time we do canola, it always rains on us when we're harvesting canola, it seems like. Okay, there's a couple stalks that were left behind. So, park this right here. We'll jump in this unit. And we got to go do our rounds. Get these ones right here. Oh. We got to get these ones. Okay, we're going to go into this mode and just go look quick. Everything looks good over here. Okay, let's get the corn dumped out of this. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of go do a few little more chores there. I'll get the weeds and stuff dealt with on that field quick, and then I'll just kind of get set up and I'll bring you back and we'll go harvest that last cornfield together. All right, I'm just getting the final stalks pulled off this field. The weird thing though, like I was jumping around kind of looking at our cornfields, this one's telling us that it needs to be plowed, which is crazy because like we literally just plowed this field. Like this what we bought it, we plowed it, we limed it. I don't know if maybe something with the update happened, I'm not too sure, but we're gonna have to plow this field. We have to basically plow all the cornfields, which is weird to me. Like, am I going crazy? Or do you guys not remember us doing it like relatively recently where we plowed all these cornfields? Like, it's not that big of a deal, right? There's just a couple things I want to do here. I got a few things set up. First, I'm gonna try our system of fertilizing it right after it's been harvested. And then we'll plow over, and then I'm hoping that right when we plant, we'll be able to get that double stage of fertilizer is like kind of my goal with that. We already got the plow like up here, so I'm just gonna kind of wheel this dude. I don't know if I can go that way or if there's a fence over there. I can't really remember. I don't think there is, but we'll just take the road less traveled. We'll wheel over there. Maybe we could snake through. Is there a fence? No, there's not. I should have known that. Let's get this all unfolded, and I'll just set this tractor here. Once it's done being fertilized, we'll be good to go. I'm just going to bring this back to the farm and dump. I've been trying to keep all the grain just like in the main grain cart so that we can keep track of how much we get through this harvest, because I like that trailer will hold 200,000 liters, and it's not quite full. I don't know what we'll get off that other field. I'm just gonna dump this stuff right into the silos. I'm not gonna worry about it. We got an extra 4,000 liters. I had to go get all those I had to go get all the stalks off there, right? Let's fold this up. Had to go get the stalks that got left behind so that there was none left behind. And let's do the old spinorama here. Nice. Now I'm gonna unfold so we can put this back on the rack. Onto our cool header racks, and then we'll go over and we'll jump over and we'll harvest that one field together. Like I said, I don't know exactly what we're gonna get for yield off it. We might have to do something where during the harvest we run over and we shouldn't have to do that. Okay, let's fold this unit up. I'm just going to we'll raise that up so that it's done. I'll back this thing over and I'll put some fuel in it just so that we're always fueled up. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, we got 140, so we can fit 60,000 liters in this unit. I'm just gonna leave it parked kind of right here, out of the way, sort of out of the way. This unit will do its thing, but let's jump over. Let's get in this unit, yeah. Fire this back up. I turned it off so we weren't sitting here burning fuel. Let's open up our GPS. Do I want to do 2 headlands around this? I think I'm gonna do 2 headlands. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's harvest this field, and then we'll kind of go back to doing our run around with fertilizing. And I'm assuming we're gonna have to plow this field since we have to plow all the other ones as well, which is just kind of weird, but we'll get it done. All right, team, there we go. Just like that, the corn harvest is over. Jeez, it's too bad. It's too bad because I really, really enjoy it. But we got quite a bit of corn. So we had an extra 5,000 or 4,000 liters that we put in. So it'd be about 193 in this trailer, plus like another 16 in there. So we're looking around like that 215-ish mark. 220-ish mark, between 210, whatever. We'll go dump it in right now, and we'll know exactly because we have 0 liters. We have 0 liters in the silos. Probably technically don't even really need these silos, to be honest, because everything just automatically goes into the production facilities from them, which I like. I think that's a massive W that kind of like Giants did. It seems much better. Okay, we got to park these headers, and then I gotta kind of do what I did before, where we'll extend the pipe and just dump right into the silos rather than trying to get it in the rather than trying to go in the grain cart or anything like that. Let's just go like this. Try not to run into anything. I want those under a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's back over here. Let's open this up. Yeah, having both these combines that are a little bit... Whoa, is that all that can fit in? No. Oh my god, have we maxed out? Have we maxed out these silos? We have. Unbelievable. Okay. Well, can I just go right around here and dump it right into the production facility? Because that would be awesome. Oh yeah, look at these things filling with pig food right now. Just look at them. Nice. Yeah, we'll just dump right in. Right in there. See you later. So are we going to be able to get the... Are we going to be able to get the corn out of that combine? We might have to wait a sec while these units kind of create some pig food. I might actually have to dump it in this trailer. Yeah, that might be what has to happen. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can't wait to get rid of this silo, to be honest. We should be able to get rid of this buying station now. Now, we should definitely have enough. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Let's get rid of this thing. Thing's just in the way. I think we've bought enough pig food in our life from that unit. 958 bucks we made from it. I don't know what we're gonna spend that $1,000 on. We'll spend it on something. I don't know what. We probably need maintenance on one of these tractors. Okay. Is there anything on sale? Nah, nothing really good. Just itching to buy something now, you know? Well, we gotta buy a new field. Which we probably don't even really need to buy, but I want to because, yeah, the corn harvest is fun. Okay, let's actually just leave this there right now. Let's go in this unit. These will automatically wash overnight, so we can just go park this guy away, and then we can do the same thing with that other combine. We'll get some fuel in it. We'll pull around back here. We'll park them, and then we can... I bet you a bunch of pig food will have been made. Let's check. Let's just run over here real quick. Let me run and see. Where does it say corn? There's 180 in here. Plus like another 20-ish that we dumped in that other one. Right? Yeah. Okay, 170. Yeah, so yeah, okay, 170 plus like, yeah, another 20. So we're right around. That's not too bad. That's a pretty good corn harvest. It's a little bit weird getting this one in. Kinda got Austin Powers it. We kinda put this, and I say I kinda put this barn in a little bit of a bad spot. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Let's shut this thing down. Let's park it. Let's jump out. Let's go get in this other combine and fold it up. We'll get the pipe closed in, and then we'll get some fuel in this bad boy, even though we don't really need it, but it's a good habit. Close that up. Still probably holds quite a bit of fuel. Like, even though we like burnt like 1/8 of the tank there, it still took a long time to fill that up. Alright, nice. Alright, let's go park this combine away, and then we're gonna have to jump in the now we gotta jump around and start doing some plowing, getting the fertilizer and all that stuff kind of squared away, because I think that strategy is gonna work if we fertilize, plow, and then we'll be able to plant and fertilize kind of at the same time. It's crazy though that we gotta plow. Maybe I'm just losing it, or I've lost it, but I could have swore we definitely plowed that new field. That new field we like started from scratch. We plowed it, we limed it, just teleported through the wall there, no big deal. Let's go into... Yeah, we're already making tons of pig food. Unbelievable. 175,000 liters of corn. Not too bad. Canola. And we still got a ton of wheat. Nice. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just park. I'm gonna spin this trailer around because we're gonna need it over here first. Kind of wish I had another plow now to work on these fields, but okay. Let's get this unit fired up. It looks like a little section got missed here. So let's see if we can kind of do... Oh, it's because we ran out of fertilizer. No way. No way. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go get some more and then kind of start spinning around and doing all these other fields. Now, this tractor that we had with the plow on it should be just sitting up here, which it is. I'm going to get started on this field, I think. I just want to get the fertilizing done on it, though. I want to get the fertilizing done on it before we start plowing, because I want to make sure, I want to see if that system works for us, which I'm pretty sure it will. Now, I might wait to buy this. It doesn't really matter. I don't know if I'll worry about getting this field, the next field beside us right now, or just kind of waiting till maybe like next episode or something. It doesn't really matter. I didn't expect that we would have to do plowing on all these fields, to be honest. I thought that, well, definitely on like one of them or something, I thought for sure that we had already done. So, okay, I'm just going to get this filled up. I'll go back and I'll get the fertilizer done on that one little corner of that field, and then we'll go to town kind of doing that, like fertilizing and plowing the rest of these fields. Okay, so I got our tractor, one tractor doing some fertilizing, and I had the boys from the store drop me off this big set of plows. So we got two sets of plows going now, so that we can kind of get all of these fields wrapped up somewhat quickly. You know, I figured these were like 80 grand, and I just figured why not, right? Why not make it a little bit easier? Why not smash into that mailbox? Um, yeah, I just want to jump over. Let's fire this up. I just got to keep getting this tractor going on all these other fields. I've got our Valtra tractor with our OG set of plows kind of in our newest cornfield, kind of on the northeast side of everything. So I'm going to set this tractor to do this right now. Let's see if we can, yeah, jump over to this guy. Let's get this on. This tractor should pull these plows pretty good, to be honest. I think, at least. Kind of missed that spot a little bit there, but that's okay. That's okay. So it looks like these go at 9 miles an hour. I didn't actually really check that when I was buying them. I just went and looked, and they were like 22 meters wide or something like that. I think they're 22 meters wide, these ones. I think you might even have been able to get wider ones, but I didn't really know. Sometimes I didn't want to buy it because like sometimes I see like a picture of them in the store, and I can't really justify, or not justify, but I can't tell exactly how big they are and if they were going to be kind of like a trailer unit. And I just didn't want some like big monstrosity of something that we had to park around the farm, and it's like a pain. So I figured I would just get these, and it would just kind of help. We could probably just put these back where I got that other plow set up, kind of behind the manure heap and stuff. So I'm thinking I'll just stick it away there, so it shouldn't take up too much room. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's just back up here and try and catch some of these spots. There we go. And so this is now kind of going to be what we're going to be doing for the next little bit here. We got to get all these fields plowed, which this really won't take that long. Probably by the time I finish this field and maybe that other, we'll definitely finish the small field. The Valtra tractor with the plow on field 15, like there's a massive hill right here, and so that Valtra tractor, I bet you, is dropping down and going like 4 or 5 miles an hour up that hill, dragging that big set of plows, because I think those plows require 350 horse on a flat field. Now that tractor's 420, but it could definitely require an extra 100 horse to pull up those hills. Like, I mean, it's even slow on that one on our wheat field right in front of us. So like that hill over there it's actually pretty gnarly. Even sometimes when I was pulling up it with the fertilizer spreader on, it was like it was hard for that one Fendt tractor to get up it. Which like that Fendt tractor is a 260 horse tractor. I know that fertilizer spreader when it's full is like pretty heavy, but still, you'd think 260 horse tractor would be able to pull up that hill. But I don't know. It is what it is. The voucher tractor can just kind of chill over there, and we'll work on these fields. I'll spin this guy around. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's set our GPS there. And so let me kind of grab my list here of things that we got on the go. So um, next episode we got to plant all the corn. So that's what's going to be happening on episode 27. We definitely got to do a bunch of chores around the farm. We're gonna have a whole bunch of pig food to move around. We got like the normal slurry stuff that needs to be done. We've got we got to move some manure and stuff around. I want to keep getting the straw put into that one barn, the pig barn. We got to keep working through that straw because we got way too much straw. I don't think we're gonna do straw off any of the field like the wheat fields this next harvest. I just don't think it'll be worth it. But yeah, we got a bunch of chores and stuff that we got to do. I'm gonna see if there's any contracts, if there are any neighbors that need kind of any work done. Maybe we'll go help them out a little bit and just see. But we definitely got to get that new field, which I'm thinking I probably will end up just buying it this episode. I didn't really know how far we would get, so I didn't want to say kind of yay or nay on it. But yeah, I'm thinking that'll be probably something that we'll do here right away. It looks like that tractor's done. Now, I should have waited and fertilized this field, but I just wanted to get going doing chores. It doesn't really matter what the way, like we'll get everything double fertilized, but I probably should have fertilized this field before I started plowing it. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. Kind of missed some spots there. I'm gonna back up and catch this if I can. These plows work really good though. Good lord. Oh, there. Now I missed some stuff on the other side. Good God. These plows work good. You just need a guy who can drive the tractor a little bit better is what's going on. There we go. We're locked in now. So I'm going to keep going. Actually, let's just tab over real quick here. Let's go see how this Valtra tractor is doing. Okay, he just came up that hill. So we'll just watch. I'll kind of watch on the map. We'll check the GPS and we'll see when he's going up that hill. I want to see how hard it is for that tractor to pull up that hill with those plows. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I guess it doesn't really matter. We can just kind of plug away, like I said, at these fields, and we'll go. We can just let that Valtra tractor do his thing. Now, another thing that I want to watch for, that I've got to make sure that I'm kind of paying attention to, is the value of the pigs. I just want to make sure that we're going to be selling them at the most opportune time. And I really want to keep track of the pig food this next year. I got to make sure that I'm always trying to sleep through on the exact same times each month. I got to like pick a time. I might even do it like pick a time in the afternoon. I just need to know exactly how much pig food they're going through. Like I said, I kind of have an idea, but it changes a little bit based on the time of day. Because like now you can see it's about 10 o'clock. If I sleep through right now, there's going to be like a different amount of food that they eat by tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, right? If that makes sense. So yeah, I just got to really make sure that we have that dialed in because the series can't end until we have 100% conquered pig food. And we have not done that yet. We're close. We're really close. And I think with getting this another cornfield, the fact that we've got two massive wheat fields, we've been ahead on canola for like the last like 4 years. I think 4 years. So I'm not worried about canola in the slightest. It was just the corn. It was wheat for the longest time, and then now it's like the corn that we're getting behind on. But with all these new fields, with that new field that we harvested, I'm not as worried about the corn anymore. Like I think we're gonna finally do it this time. I think we're finally gonna have a year where we like 100% do not pay for a single penny of pig food. Then we're gonna get to next year's harvest,
both wheat and canola, and we're going to be laughing. Wheat, canola, and corn, and we are going to be laughing, and we're going to have the most pig food we've ever had. That is the goal. That is the only goal, and we are so close to accomplishing it. Having the full barn with endless, truly endless pig food with the production that we have. That is the hard times hog farm. That is the best we could do, sort of rags to riches style. Plus, we got like 2.5 million bucks. We will go spend probably, or sorry, we got two and a quarter. We will have like 2.75 here soon because the pigs are gonna have a bunch of little piglets again, and every time that happens, we always get an extra 500,000 bucks right there. So that's basically gonna pay for the new field, and we might need some like minor equipment to help us out. Like maybe I would get another trailer if it's getting too much running around with one trailer through harvest. But like we barely have to spend money on anything. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get this guy out of the way. Might as well take this tractor right back to the farm. Where's that Valtra at? He just went down. Okay, we gotta try and watch when he spins around there. Especially the passes that he's about to go do, or he or she, whoever's working in that tractor, it's about to get steep there. So we kind of want to be checking in on that, seeing. Let's fill this with fertilizer on our way through. There we go. There we go. We'll go stick. We'll go park this unit away somewhere. If I do see another tractor, oh man, it's like I think I just got to get weights for this. Front weights for this. If I see another tractor, I might buy it just to dedicate it to this fertilizer spreader. But I think I need to get a weight for that front weight for sure. It's just so heavy when it first. Okay, here we go. That Valtra might just pull it no problem. That's crazy. Because when I was in that Fendt tractor with that fertilizer spreader on, it was dropping down hard. Like it's dropping down a little bit, but that's not even a big deal at all. Good old Valtra. Good old Valtra. Never letting us down. I love it. Okay, I'm going to keep just kind of plugging away here. I'm going to get a few more of these fields kind of tidied up. I will bring you back when we're buying that new field and we're getting set to go do some field work on that one. Okay, we got that one field done. The Valtra is like dangerously close to being done. That other field, I'm going to swing it over and get started on this field to my right here. And I figured I would bring you back and we're going to go purchase this field right now. Field number 8. I think this will be the final one that we buy. So 600 and some grand. Let's buy this. Boom. We now have, well, we now have quite the little empire here, don't we? Jeez. We own like a good little chunk of the map up here, which is crazy. There's still so much other big stuff. Like, even all these fields are pretty big, but like this field is massive. Field 17 is no joke. Same with this one, Field 32. Like that says it's 85 acres there. 85, yeah, like these are no jokes. Seems like our little Field 5 here is just like nothing but. Um, okay, I think I'm going to set a worker to do this real quick because I'm going to have to get that Valtra tractor off soon here. But I think what we're going to do though is I'm just going to let the workers kind of go to town and get these fields done. And I might have one more for us to do kind of at the beginning of next episode. But I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to end the episode here. And we're going to pick up next episode and finish off this kind of field prep and stuff. And then continue on to planting and all of our chores in the springtime. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it like you wouldn't believe. Once again, if you haven't done so already, go check out the Discord. Check out the link in the description. Go hop in the Discord. Sometimes I'm in there. If you see me in there in a voice channel, come in and chat with me. Give me some video ideas. Go through, check out some of the mod recommendations. Go through it all. Go check out the Discord. It's pretty. I hope we could make it into something pretty fun in the future. Thanks again to everybody who's hit that like, who's hit that sub button, who leaves us comments and stuff. I know I probably sound like a broken record asking all the time, but it truly does help out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you could. But don't ever feel like you have to. I hope you have a good afternoon, morning, evening, whenever it is that you're watching this. Once again, I am Ultra Farmer. Thank you for checking out this episode, and I will see you on the next one.